Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, present the SmackDown Ring Report. And what a SmackDown Ring Report we have for you coming up. We talk about Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes engaged in a on-and-on tense face-to-face. What this is going to lead to? I'm thinking Survivor Series or Saturday Night Main Event. We'll get that coming up. Also, too, the U.S. Women's Champion Tag Women's Champ title tournament continues as Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, Blair Davenport compete to see who's going to be advancing on into the women's tag team, not tag team, but the women's U.S. title picture. We'll talk about that coming up. Man, what's going on, man? I'm getting tongue-tied a little bit. Also, too, Naomi is set to join forces against Bayley and Candice LeRae. Nia Jax's cronies get a tag team match against Bayley and Naomi. We'll see that's coming up. And plus, the United States Championship is online as Santos Escobar takes on LA Knight, the champion. We get things started. Also, too, the return of Paul Heyman, the wise man. But you won't believe who he brought. We're going to start the Pro Wrestling Show start right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and stand. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't believe what's going on tonight. The Pro Wrestling Show is here. What a moment here on Connect TV. Thank you to all. Man, what a moment. A moment indeed. Let's get to what's going on here for the show. We saw right here Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, was trying to call Paul Heyman. He couldn't reach Paul Heyman, but Roman Reigns tried his best tonight, and Roman Reigns did. But we saw earlier tonight that Solo in his tribals came out there. Solo Sikoa came out there along with Big Bronson Reed and Solo Sikoa doing what he needed to do to with Bronson Reed and the rest of his bloodline faction. This team will be united and represent Survivor Series. We know Solo, Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, the Tongans, Tonga and Tonga will represent the new bloodline at Survivor Series. Solo saying that he has in decree that he wants Roman to serve as a Survivor Series. We don't know what that's going to be. I'm assuming that if Roman loses the War Games at Survivor Series, Roman must acknowledge Solo as his tribal chief going forward. I think Solo wants that so bad that he could get it if the tables were turned and tables were right. But we will have to wait and see. After that beating they took last week, Roman was trying to get the band back together, the new bloodline, and I think Roman kind of realizing that, hey, we need to try to there's strength in numbers. That's what everyone we're talking about, strength in numbers with Roman and what's going on and how that's going to be and stuff. So we'll see a little bit later on in the show. But we get to this. WWE champion Cody Rhodes, the undisputed champion, was set to go face to face with Kevin Owens at the Cody, and Kevin Owens did have that face to face. Security had to separate these guys, and Cody kind of went through and kind of talked about KO and kind of ripped KO about him wanting to be the face of WWE, and he's been in WWE for nearly 10 years. And Cody has issued a challenge that, hey, either you meet me at Survivor Series or we do this at Saturday night's main event. Knowing them, they're going to probably want to do it at a big event. I know Survivor Series probably be the place. Who knows? They probably do at both. Do at Survivor Series and then leads to a no count out and then it'll lead to them want to fight at Saturday Night Main Event in a special match. So that could be a possibility. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. You can tell the tension was palpable in the ring. KO wants to get his hands on Cody. We'll see next week. Down the road, will Cody get that shot against Kevin Owens? Will Cody get his chance to get his hands on Kevin Owens? We just don't know. What match will it be? Will it be for the undisputed championship at Survivor Series or at Saturday night's main event next month? We're gonna find out and see. We're gonna wait and see and anticipate on what's gonna go down. So hey, we'll see how that's gonna go and how that's gonna be heading our way and stuff. So like I said, we'll see how that's gonna go. That's a Saturday night's main event coming up. So we'll wait and see. Well, we get to this. We get to this coming up as Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. We know they're going to be at Survivor Series and a Survivor Series traditional women's war games. Liv Morgan does not want no part of you know who. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley wearing that face mask, and Rhea Ripley means business. She wants to get her hands on Liv one way or another. That the Liv Morgan cost her dreams of everything of her man, her title, her group. She got kicked out the group. That ain't Liv Morgan going to be paying some way somehow. But could she be paying that Survivor Series? Which that could be the case. We'll see. Also, too, we talk about this. Chelsea Green wins in advance in the women's U.S. title tournament. Chelsea Green advances. Chelsea Green could be a step closer of living her dream of being in the women's U.S. title tournament as well. And Chelsea Green could be setting herself and setting her future up on what she wants to do. I think Chelsea's kind of on that primrose path. Chelsea's been winning a lot. So who knows what's going to be next for Chelsea? And Chelsea Green could be heading her way down the road. But Chelsea won her match over Blood Davenport after Bianca Belair was distracted. And Bianca Belair was semi-distracted tonight. And she kind of led that way after Jade Carhill right here was shown right here, got ambushed and got pushed through a car. Well, I don't know. She fell right through the car or something and cracked. Bianca Belair didn't know what to do. Bianca Belair did the right thing and checked on her friend and redrew herself up the match. And that led Chelsea Green to win her match tonight in the triple threat match. Bianca didn't get a chance to finish. Bianca was really worried about Jay Carhill and everything was going on with Jay. Jay took that nasty dive, that nasty bump tonight. Hopefully, we'll get once WWE give us some information on Jay's health. We'll let you know sometime next week or whenever that's going to be. We know that Nia Jax looking to lobby herself. Nia Jax will be part of that Women's Survivor Series match with her fellow counterpart, Liv Morgan. And Nia Jax will, this Monday on Raw, wrestle Bianca Belair. Bianca has her head straight for War Games. This is going to be a War Games advantage match, meaning that if Bianca or whoever, Bianca representing Rhea Ripley's team, as well as Nia Jax representing Liv, and whoever wins that match gets the advantage. So they'll be like whoever gets the biggest advantage in the numbers game. This is going to be a Survivor Series coming up. So hopefully for the women division, we'll see on how this is going to go. But this is the bracket right now as we speak. We see Bayley and Chelsea Green advance. Bayley and Chelsea Green will meet one-on-one down the road, and the finals will take place at Saturday night's main event. So we get to Jay Carhill. If that's going to happen next week, Mick and Piper Niven, if that's going to happen next week, we will anticipate and wait to see if that's going to happen. we'll let you know. But we know next week, Jay, if she's gonna wrestle, if she's gonna be in that match against Mitchie and Piper Niven, if that's gonna take place. So we'll see and find out next week. Well, we get to this. This is more distinction going on in the tag team ranks right here. Is Johnny Gargano pulling a swerve on the Motor City Machine Guns? I believe so. Gargano playing that same role that his wife did when Candice did to you know who with what's her name, Indy Hartwell. Indy was kind of torn between the two, and I think Johnny Gargano is playing that same motion. He's gonna eventually turn on the machine gun. Don't care if they have a long feud, long history together. It's gonna happen. Eventually, it's gonna happen. You don't expect tonight. Gargaro's tag team partner went against Martez Ford. Martez Ford getting a lot of the criticism, not him being pushed as a single star. He got pushed tonight, and hopefully it'll be the start. But they're gonna have to break up the Street Profits sooner rather than later. It can't be just stale and just go from here and go from there. They're gonna have to kind of move around, but you know how WWE is, they'll move when you don't least suspect it to move. Well, speaking of that, Shinsuke Nakamura sending more cryptic messages about United States champion LA Knight. LA Knight getting more cryptic messages after Shinsuke Nakamura came out of nowhere and looked at LA Knight. LA Knight being beaten battered tonight when he went against Santos Escobar and defended his championship and did so tonight. But LA Knight is gonna have to pay real close attention to Santos to Shinsuke Nakamura and see what's next with him and Nakamura. It's gonna be Nakamura more darker side tonight, but tell LA Knight's got a lot of obstacles in his way, as you can see. Well, we get to this. The bloodline. We saw Roman Reigns earlier. Roman Reigns put out the issue that was Roman Reigns going to accept Solo's terms and see that Solo was going to do to him. This is with the machine guns. I can tell they're going to turn on Gargano and Ciampa going to turn them down the road. You can tell. Well, the bloodline was awaiting to see what Roman was going to do tonight. Was Roman's going to accept the terms for War Games? You know, Roman Reigns had his council of his friends of Sami Zayn and the Usos trying to wait and see what was going to go down. And Roman had pondered and decided, hey, I had to see what I'm going to do. But lo and behold, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, we haven't seen Heyman since this last big of the summer when he got power bombed through a table sometime in June. So it's almost been 6 months since we've seen Heyman. Heyman returned, and Heyman saying that without 4-5 numbers game, they're basically trying to say 4-5 situation, we're gonna have to even things out. Paul Heyman brought out who we knew we were gonna expect. CM Punk. CM Punk will be the fifth man to help join with Roman Reigns to take down the original bloodline. CM Punk, however, appropriate that CM Punk returns at Survivor Series, the event that he returned 1 year ago. CM Punk helping out the bloodline as he did. CM Punk back into the fold along with Paul Heyman. And Heyman and Punk looked like it was just time didn't pass on by. Same with Roman and stuff. Roman Reigns now has a new ally in CM Punk. They work jail together and imagine them in the cage. And Paul Heyman knows a thing about being in cages or, experiencing being in war games. We remember the Wrestle War in 1992 when Heyman has dangerous alliance against Sting's team. So Paul Heyman bringing back CM Punk to help out Roman Reigns. We'll see if Heyman and Punk will be the difference. And then the fans were kind of saying this is awesome. So it was awesome tonight, and it led up to all his promises. And maybe, like I said, with AEW, if they didn't get rid of CM Punk, maybe they would still not be you know what, struggling. But they'll learn their ways down the road. You never know. And Cody as well. Cody was a big star too. I'll give him that. All right, that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. We talk about this. The WWE Network, it'll be ceased to desist coming up January 1st, 2025. We know that some parts of the WWE Network is part of Peacock. And now, since WWE been moving to Netflix, internationally, the WWE Network will cease to exist, and the international stuff will go straight to Netflix. We don't know if Netflix going to they're gonna show all the WWE library or what. We don't know yet. We just have to wait and see. But Netflix and WWE with this partnership and stuff on how that's gonna go. They're going to the streaming world, so hey, you got to go where the money goes. So hey, can't blame them. Where they go. So, we'll see. Also, too, Samantha Irvin may be coming back with Kevin from I forgot Kevin on stage or something. What they got going on, what they got cooking. But we're gonna wait and see about that. Plus two WEID signed Kylie Ray to a contract. Kylie Ray's been signed to a contract, as well as this dude right here. He signed to a WEID contract. Everybody signed a WEID contract. That means like independent development, like the indie stars can't AEW may or Impact might be interested in them. WWE gets the first option first. If they don't want WWE don't want them, then they can sign elsewhere. So I think that's how the ID program works. So we'll see. All right. And also too, Montez Ford said that he wants to wrestle his wife Bianca Belair. I mean, like in the ring, not in the bedroom, but they probably do in the bedroom, but in the ring for storyline. I don't know. I think they'll be perfectly fit to not wrestle each other, but just be together as a powerful heel couple or something. You never know. Montez and Bianca on how that's going to go. All right. That's going to do it for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the SmackDown Ring Report. I'm going to leave you with this moment right here. CM Punk, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns all together in the ring together at the Punk and Heyman return to even up the odds for Roman to help him out for his Survivor Series match against his old stable, the Bloodline. But Roman Reigns put his faith in CM Punk. We'll see. But thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you tomorrow with the AEW Full Gear Ring Report, or we want to call the review. We'll call the Ring Report review and and predict the outcome as well that evening. Thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kenny Dixon. So long. We'll see you tomorrow.